Hey guys, welcome to Performacast. This is Yossi Montrose. I'm recording episode 3, and it's going to be a short one today. What I want to talk about is going through different challenges, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, relationship, financial, whatever it is. Talking about challenges, I'm actually doing 100 push-ups for 100 days on top of my training. So it's tough. I'm in day 9. I just completed day 9, so I've done 900 additional push-ups from what I would have normally have done. I normally train, and I include some upper body strengthening as well. And of course, the ball trains every single part of your body. Now, with the 100-day challenge, like you think, can you get through it? 100 push-ups. For someone who's trained, it's really not too bad. The numbers, they add up pretty quickly. You don't feel like it. You go through like, this is not really doing much, but I do vary it. I do change the way I do the push-ups to make it more challenging and fun, and also to give different muscles a chance to work, not the exact same push-ups, breaking down the exact same muscles, because I believe in balance, the body. I believe in balance in terms of what goes into your body. It has to be the right foods to balance the body out. I'm not talking about the 50-50 balance where you eat 50% healthy or 50% unhealthy. I'm not talking about that type of balance, and I'm not talking about work-life balance. That's a completely separate discussion. I'm talking about balancing your body, making it feel good. So with the push-up challenge, if you do normal straight-up push-ups, you either get fatigued, you're overtrained, and that's not good either. You need to be able to vary it or cut down or have some kind of rest break. I want to just challenge myself to see how I actually push through the 100 days, see if it's in my body. Of course, if I start to feel fatigued and pain, and I don't think it's safe, I won't continue. I listen to my body, and it's important for you to listen to your body. But when it comes to doing it, so when it's hard and like you feel like you're giving up, you want to give up, and you feel like you feel you don't want to continue, and it's whether it's draining, you're too tired. That's when you got to push through, and that's when results come. No matter what it is, it could be, if it's consistency is key, and what consistency does, it turns something into, say you're baking a cake and you don't have any consistency. It's going to fall flat at the end of the day. You're going to bake it and it's not going to rise. That's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to be all mushy. And the same thing with training. It's got to be consistency. It doesn't have to be every day. Certainly some movements is done every day. Exercise is very different to training, and I'll explain that shortly. But the difference is with when it comes to these type of challenge, whatever it is, you got to just stick through it. You might feel like you're reaching or hitting a plateau, and like in the beginning, it's exciting, it's a challenge, and then after a while, like you don't feel much progress. But the thing is, during that time, that's where the magic is happening. That's where the cake is in the oven, and you can't see anything. You're leaving it. You can't open the oven every time and look at it because you're not going to see any difference or any results from it. You got to walk away and just leave it to bake or cook, whatever the case is. And it's the same thing when it comes to training and consistency. When you're reaching those plateaus, you got to embrace it. You got to just see where you are in your challenge and be mindful that you are kind of losing a bit of motivation. But it's like you're baking, you're getting cooked, you're getting it's rising. And after a while, you start to see it. You open the oven, you see already baked cake. And it's the same way as the training. After a while, you start to see results. You start to feel better. You start to feel healthier. Start to feel stronger. You start to look good. And that's, feeling good is obviously a primary, and looking good is obviously important too. So that is the difference between, giving up and not being consistent and being consistent. Whatever challenge it might be, just stick it out. Of course, if it's hurting you in whatever capacity and it's becomes more, problematic and more like if you're injury prone or emotionally abusive or something, then obviously that type of challenge, you need to think about it to step away. But I'm talking about just general life challenges. Stick it out and keep going with it. Now, the difference between training and exercise, not everyone has to train, but everyone, if you value any sort of health, has to exercise, whatever that is, whether it is walking, whether it is doing chores, whether, you're just on your feet or you're moving, whatever the case is, it's all considered exercise. And we have to keep moving to get that blood flow, to be healthy. We have to keep doing exercise. Training is when you want a certain result, and that's where consistency comes in. And obviously, if you're aware of exercise or movement, I'm sitting on the ball, I'm bouncing, as you can see. That's in itself is movement, and we'll speak in another podcast about how important it is to keep moving while you're working, especially at the desk where you're sitting sometimes 8 hours a day nonstop. So, in summary, the thing is about consistency through challenges, through plateaus. That's where the actual magic happens. So embrace it, and with becomes exercise. It's vital to move regardless and not stay stagnant for a long period of time. And training is where you want to have some kind of goal, what you want to achieve. Better balance, more strength, better sports performance, whatever the case is. And as we get to, the podcasts keep coming, the episodes come, we'll get into more detail about what it is training goals and what good or how it is to train. Number one, what important, what to train, how to train, why is it important, longevity based, short term based. So that's it for now, and we'll see you next time. Performacast. See you soon.